So campers, here we are on my art table, and I just want to show you the images that you'll be making, or you could make today if you wanted. I want you to think of Herve Tullet's book, Mix It Up. Think of how you can mix colors to make super happy looking pictures, all right? So inspired by my friend Tasmin and her boys, Rodri and Elliot. So I've done rainbows, hearts. My daughter Stevie did rainbows and butterflies and the sun. And my son did, oh, it's a bit stuck. Oh, that's it. No, that's the sun. And he did the sun, stars, rainbows, and love hearts. I want you to see if you can mix up some watercolor, or if you've got normal paint. And it might look a little bit like this, okay? And you could use chalk pastels, like this, and just give it a rub. Yeah, and give it a rub in together to make green. With watercolor, the thing that you could do is you could try two things. Let me show you. You could either do wet on wet painting. So you get your water and you make your paper wet. Then you get your paint and you dip it in the water. Okay, so it looks like it's going to swish around. Sorry about the shadows, dudes. Swish around like that. Okay, that's wet on wet because your brush is wet and the paper's wet. You've just wet it. Then you can clean it a bit and get yellow. Okay, come over here in your wet on wet and just see what happens. It actually just swims around together. Can you see that? So that's wet on wet. The other thing you could do is wet on dry. So wet paintbrush and dry paper, which is what I was used to before I learnt myself that you could actually wet the paper. So this is going to be wet paintbrush on dry paper, and it's a totally different look. So this one's a bit wishy and this one's a bit more solid, okay? So if you decide to do watercolor, try wet on wet. So wet the paper with some clean water, or don't wet the paper and just use the paint straight away, and tell me which one you like. Yes. All right, have fun.